Manny Khosbin. You may know him as the successful real estate investor. You may also know him as the guy that owns a dozen hypercars and supercars. How did he get to where he is today, and what was his journey? Let's get into it. Before we start, could you please subscribe, like, share the video? I really appreciate it, and I really do read all the comments, and let me know what you want to see next. So, Manny Khosbin, he was born 14th of January 1971 in Iran. He moved to the US with his family in 1984. At the time, he couldn't speak any English, and he lived with his parents in his parents' 1972 Datsun station wagon. He really did have a humble beginnings, and he really did struggle at the beginning, but he quickly picked up English, and he started working at K Mart at the age of 14, collecting shopping trolley shopping carts and earning just over $3 per hour. He worked his way up, and through a series of promotions he went up to assistant manager. Along the way, he also won Employee of the Month on several occasions. So from there, he managed to save up a bit of money, and he realised he wanted to go into sales and marketing. So he worked at a marketing firm, and he became the top salesperson, increasing the revenue of the company and bringing in a lot of money for himself. From there, he managed to save his money, and he started to invest his money into stocks and shares, and he managed to triple his money from that. Then he decided that he wanted to invest his money elsewhere, and a friend of his father came up to him, approached him and said to him, "I've got this idea, would you like to invest it in a mobile gas station?" Manny at the time thought, it's a good idea, it's someone I know, so he went forward with it. And it turns out it was a massive scam, and the guy was just basically a fraud. So he lost all of his money, he couldn't afford anything, he was back to square one, zero. In one of his videos on how I went broke to $1 million, Manny states how he was bouncing checks and he had to put his car rental on his Amex, on his credit card, just because he couldn't afford that month's rent, so he had to move it forward to the following month. And he would go to the bank before work and also after work just to stop the overdraft fees. So whatever he earned in the day, he would go off to pay off whatever was there to minimise overdraft fees. Anyway, he was back to square one, and he realised he wanted to go into real estate, and that was where the money was. And that was really the big, massive turning point for him. So he obtained a real estate licence, and he started selling real estate. So in the US, some of my US audience will know this, however, outside you may not know this, you need a licence to sell property, or what they call real estate. So he obtained that, started selling it, obtained quite a lot of money through that, and he started his own company called the Khosbin Company. Now, through the Khosbin Company, he was able to utilise rules such as the 1031 exchange, whereby you can avoid capital gains tax in the US if you buy property, let's say, and then you do it up, and then you make profit out of it. You don't get taxed on that profit as long as you take that money and you put it directly into another property deal. If you put it into another piece of real estate, you won't get taxed. Therefore, you manage to build up a massive portfolio over time, and that's exactly what he has achieved. Now, in terms of cars, Manny has a real passion for cars, and this is shown through his collection of cars and what he's had in the past, and also what he plans to get in the future. So you'll see a vast collection that he has in his garage, including the Hermes Chiron, lots of SLRs, Carrera GTs, Ford GTs, and the list goes on. Now, his design choices may not be to everyone's taste, however, I do admire the fact that he doesn't go for the safe option. You see quite frequently people that have made a bit of money that are wealthy, they still go for the safe colour, the safe spec. They don't like to customise. They go for the standard Ferrari red, the standard Porsche silvers, etc. They won't go for the leery colours. However, with Manny, he will go beyond what is the normal for design. So he will go to Rolls-Royce, he'll go to Bugatti and say to them, I don't want that spoiler or that back bit of the bumper in your normal paint. I want specialised paint. If it costs an extra $50,000, $100,000, then so be it, but I want it how I want it, simple. And I admire the fact that he's put a lot of time and effort into this, because to be honest, in terms of resale value, some of these cars, a lot of people probably won't like them. They probably won't like the colour combinations, they won't like the design, the imprints, the customization. However, he's done it for himself and not for resale. And I think what really helps with Manny is his down-to-earth personality and that combination of him being himself and customizing his cars how he wants to, but also doing it in a tasteful, official manufacturer level. So it's not done aftermarket, it's done from the factory. And I think that combination with his personality has meant that he's managed to amass a following on Instagram, over 1.9 million followers and over 1 million followers on YouTube. And you see him regularly attending car meets, doing charity events. On his YouTube channel, he goes into how he actually made his money, the mistakes he's made. You see him interacting with car dealerships, and he doesn't really care if you've got $1 to your name or $10 million to your name if you're 10 years old or 70 years old. He just has a passion for cars, and he loves talking to people that share that same passion. And I think where other channels such as Vehicle Virgins and Salamandrin have had a slight decline in their views and subscribers, and they haven't been outputting as much content, that's where Manny has seen that gap and thought, let's push more content out there. And he's uploading regularly. He's uploading once a week, sometimes even twice a week, and from that he's managed to amass a great following through YouTube. And I really do think he will continue growing on YouTube as long as he keeps the same format and he keeps true to himself and his passion for cars stays there. I think he'll continue getting consistent following, continuous viewers, and his growth will continue. Anyway, let me know what you think of the video. Would you like to see more videos like this? Please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what else you want to see, and I'll see you next time.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please. Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.